All right, start to day 5. Probably gonna pull up short today. We're forecasting some pretty serious storms overnight, and I want to get to a shelter to claim a spot before it's too late, so I don't have to worry about drying out my tent tomorrow. Luxuries of the AT. So I'm gonna probably pull up after like 11 and change, and claim a prime spot in the shelter. Hopefully I'm the only one that's thought of this, but who knows. So we're at Neel Gap now, definitively Neel Gap. Despite what literally every sign has said up to this point, the plaque at the top says Neel Gap, so it's not a question. Feeling well fed, well energized today. Definitely the right move to stop, and 0 to get my strength up. Feeling great. Oh, there's somebody right behind me. So we are heading to Franklin, North Carolina. It's about 80 miles away. And in this section, we're going to cross the first state border into North Carolina. And we're also going to hit the 100-mile mark. We're at mile like 31.3 right now. And we should be in Franklin, I think it's like 102.9 or something, or it's under 110. It's between 100 and 110. I forgot where Winding Stair Gap is. Anyway, that's where we're headed. So it should be about 4.5 days. There's a hostel about halfway that when I get there, if there's any more supplies I need, or if I'm starting to bonk again, I can get help. So feeling good, low stress, no heartburn, ready to get after it. So my strategy for this section was to wait until all the gaps before I had like a lunch break or a food break. It's worked out so pretty good so far. Got my first 2 miles or 2 hours in, and then pushed a little bit further to a gap because it was like a mile away after resupplying my water. Trail magic there, and I think looking down into the next gap, there's more trail magic. So I'll be able to like keep eating without having to open my food bag. I had a grilled ham and cheese sandwich at the last place and some tea, and I wonder what they've got over here because I can see a big tent set up. But eating all day yesterday made a world of difference today. I was barely able to string a full hour of hiking together in the first 3 days because my energy was so low. I did 2 hours without even thinking about it today. And typically what my strategy is to do is hike for 2 hours and then rest for 20 to 30 minutes and then hike for another 2 hours. So this is getting to be right where I want to, you know, the right battle rhythm of what I want to be in. So let's see what they got down here. Oh, this is the warrior, or the warrior expedition people. So this is their stuff. Good, I'm glad I'm getting ahead of them, but they usually tent, so they probably weren't competition anyway. Raised to Neel Gap shelter. Short day today, finished at 2:15. It's about 5.25 hours, probably closer to 5 hours, because I didn't get out right at 9. I'm gonna get out of the cabin right at 9. Either way, a decent time. What is that, like 5 hours for over 10 miles? So with breaks, not bad at all. See who's at the shelter. It didn't look like it was full coming down the trail, but you never know. See if we know anybody there. Greetings, fellow travelers.
Hello. You already caught up.
And this is a light day for me. I was thinking about going to Blue Mountain Shelter, but seeing that there's a spot open right there, that's exactly why I'm staying here. I don't like drawing my tent out if I don't have to. Trail. It is the 23rd of March, day number 6, and we're on our way to Deep Gap Shelter, which about 23 miles away from where we started today. Got on the trail about 40 minutes ago. Another late start. Between the sun rising at like 7 and everyone still being new on trail and waking up late, like, I find it hard to get myself motivated to get out of bed early when I would otherwise, because I don't want to wake everybody else in the shelter up. So no worry, we'll be hiking through the rain for the most of the day. Been a lot of conflicting reports about if it's going to stop today, and if so, when. Anywhere between noon and tomorrow is the forecast, so we will be finding out firsthand when it ends up cutting out. I'm rocking the umbrella today. It's a lot warmer than it was on Friday, so the raincoat and rain pants will be too much. I'll sweat too much underneath them, so doing the umbrella thing. But welcome to the less glamorous side of hiking the AT, a fairly regular occurrence here on the East Coast. No rain, no Maine. Today, I believe, is day 7, and had a pretty decent night. Got to the shelter and there's only 3 other people there, so didn't have to set up my tent, even though it was pretty dry and wouldn't have been an issue at all. I'm glad to not have to. Still haven't set it up on this trail, so I'm gonna see how long I can keep that streak going. I feel like the Smokies might be the place where it gets broken, because you have to stay in the shelters, so they fill up fast. Anyway, feeling great. Completely reversed the not having an appetite problem and have been scarfing down food, which is why I've made the call to go to Around the Bend Hostel today before getting to the shelter to pick up some more food. Partially too because I'm enjoying this. I had kind of in my mind of like doing 20s already, or at least close to it, and I just don't. I have reevaluated that plan, and I'm going to be doing like 15s at least until the Smokies, probably like 15 plus 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Just because there's no reason to blow myself out early. I'm still outpacing everybody doing 15, and it's not far off from where I need to be, so it won't be a lot of Won't be hard to make that up come later in the trail. But other than that, things are going great. I am fully settled in and loving life. Just waiting for those trail legs to kick in finally again. Oh well. See you guys up the trail. Welcome to the swag of the Blue Ridge. Stealing signs, real Blue Ridge swag. People steal this sign all the time. This wasn't here when I came through on my through hike. I feel honored to see the sign. But this is the swag of the Blue Ridge. Welcome back to the trail, everybody. We are heading out of Plum Orchard Shelter, start of day 8, heading to North Carolina and Georgia border. Only a couple more miles down the trail.
Another milestone down.
Hell yeah. First state in the books.
First state in the books, man. I kind of miss Georgia. I'm gonna get us. There you go.
Nice.
I don't miss Georgia. I'm happy to be gone.
Did you not like Georgia?
It's so putty.
I liked it.
It's only gonna
You're like,
be
I've done
that,
better
right?
things.
I mean, I don't want to be like that, but I don't know, it just feels like it felt like a lot of work.
Yeah, who expected the Appalachian Trail to be a lot of work?
I know, right?
Do you like a walk in the park?
quiet because
But
I have nothing to say.
I'll see you guys up there. All these cans. Here we are, 100. How's it feel, everybody?
Pretty good.
First 100. Here it is. Woo! Thanks, Bison. Just think about all the fun we get to have in those miles too. All right, I'm gonna take this off and go upstairs, see what we can see from up top. And that's why we have backup batteries. So awesome time up at the top of Albert, connected with some hikers that are around me right now. Mellon and Nude Beach, I ran into Nude Beach yesterday and Mellon today. They're both from the CDT and are hiking the AT this season as well. They started like 2 days before me, but they're not like, I'm pushing because I got to get done. They're doing it the right way and taking their time. And then we're up there talking about like where we're from and stuff like that, and come to find out that two hikers that got to the top of Albert right after I did, the wife was in the same graduating high school class as me. Last name was Wind. That was wild. Really cool to just have those kind of moments on the trail, but never know what's going to happen out here. Let's see, a few more miles into Winding Stair Gap. I want to try and stay ahead of the massive hikers that I ran into yesterday. I have never seen a shelter or campground with that many tents and hammocks and people on trail. Even the gap before that was full. The reason I want to get into town before them is they're going to clear out all the stores, or we're all going to clear out all the stores when we get there, so I want to get first crack at resupply. And it's going to be cold tonight. Surprisingly warm. Well, not surprisingly. I've got like a good system of being able to layer my clothing and sleep stuff, so that I have been, despite it dipping down below freezing the last couple nights, I have been nice and toasty warm in my sleeping bag. But definitely looking forward to the warmer weather of Virginia. Well, really after the Smokies, I think it'll start really getting warmer. Anyway, see you guys on the trail.